Hey everyone, Les here from BG Trading. Hope you are well. Today is September 8th, 2021. We'll be analyzing Hazer Group, which the ASX code is HZR. If you're looking for hydrogen exposure, this could be the stock that you're looking for. So let's have a look. I just want to remind you this is not a financial advice, it's just us from BG Trading sharing with you how we apply our strategies, BG Trading, BGS20, how we use the indicators and the KPIs to know when should buy and should sell stocks, how you set up targets, stop losses, avoiding FOMO, and much more, all in this channel for you. So if you like the way we trade, like the content, please subscribe to the channel now and share this video as well. In addition to that, I'll be putting the link for this full analysis that I'm going to briefly go through before taking a look on the stock price. The link will be available in our free Facebook group, Buy, Grow, Sell Strategy for Share Traders. So if you're not a member yet of this group, become a member and the link will be there. So let's kick off with this analysis. Now, first of all, Hazer Group is interesting, has a very interesting project they call Hazer project, which is a low emission hydrogen and graphite production process. That's what they're working at the moment. And this is a very interesting because now the world is going green. At least they intended to go green. And then there's a lot of debate about take adoption of hydrogen, not just as a fuel for larger vehicles like trucks, trains, or other transportation methods, but and energy, of course. But also, what interesting this company is that the output also produce graphite. It's high quality graphite, which can be used in EV industry as well. Everyone knows how the demand for graphite. We saw what happened with Novonix price and all these other graphite stocks as well out there. Interesting. This could be it is a stock that actually has two different exposure. Let's say if a hype on hydrogen start to emerge, most likely stock will be positively affected as well. Now, overview of the company, guys. The main thing I want to highlight is the Hazer pilot plant project. So there's a video here directly from their website. So basically explaining how they actually produce graphite and hydrogen. So you can access that. I'm not gonna play this, but so basically they use natural gas, methane composition, and then they use this Hazer project based on iron ore process catalyst, and they convert this into two different outputs with graphite, carbon, and hydrogen to very likely to be in demand compounds. Now, macroeconomic facts, again, like I did cover another stock last week, and which is another hydrogen stock last week, but as well as Province Resources, which, by the way, I put the link here for you. If you haven't seen the analysis for Province Resources, which is also a hydrogen stock, you should take a look. The macroeconomic facts are favorable as well. Potential for hydrogen energy boom, storage renewable power for long periods of time compared to battery storage. So you can store power for longer period of time compared to battery, which is really good. And then obviously we all know that by 2020, US demand for hydrogen could increase anywhere from 22 million to 41 million metric tons per year. This is just US alone. Okay, there's other things that I did cover in the other analysis, so you're not going to cover now. But the interesting thing is that the company is currently at development stage with a very good step already being taken. Okay, so if you look at what's happening behind the company, it's not a company that just have a project. Now they're actually building the pilot plant. And once you build the pilot plan, we're able to produce the product and present the product to potential consumers. And then once you present that, that's when the offtake agreements come. as well. So we actually we actually proving that your product is good, and that's what the company aims to do. So there's a lot of catalytic announcements on the pipeline based on updates of this project, potential off-staking, more support from governments, and a lot of potential announcements. And that could be interesting speculative stock based on hydrogen and graphite demand to be on if you want to have exposure mainly to mostly to hydrogen. That's what I think the stock worth to have exposure for hydrogen. I wouldn't buy the stock for graphite exposure though, but hydrogen, yes. Production to start in 2022. So the key milestones already have been accomplished. So this is what I like. If you look at, watch my videos, I like to invest in companies which the production is already in the foreseeable future. Because you can sometimes you can invest in a speculative stock, and then when you buy the stock, the company is just in exploration phase or feasibility study, and it never really comes into a development phase. Once the company takes the step to development phase, then we know the company is really serious about that, and then when we start having a solid business in place, and then the speculative side of the investment sort of start decreasing a little bit. The company has updated the market in September to the process continues with engineer procurement, fabrication, and construction activities, achieving milestone in civil construction and commencement of mechanical construction, which is all talking about the demonstration project plan. So that is happening, guys. It's happening. Now, regarding the two output products, Hazer Graphite, I put key applications here, hydrogen, Hazer Hydrogen, which also I put key application. I like the way they actually market the hydrogen. It's Hazer Hydrogen. They put the name of the company, but basically it's hydrogen. So now the applicability here, so you can take a look later on as well. Now, from the technical side, the stock has risen 155% within the last 52 weeks, which is pretty interesting growth. If you have invested 52 weeks ago, you'd have made 155% in capital growth on this stock. So obviously the market embraces the project very well, and some stage, even if you're looking at the peak, because now the stock is trading let's say 40% below the peak. If you were looking at the peak, if you have sold at the peak, you would have made 359% out of this stock. So we haven't traded this. We're just interested on hydrogen lately. And then now, as you can see here, the stock, we have what we call bullish intersection level 1. That's when that happened when the yellow line crosses the red line. Okay, the red line, if you don't know, is SMA 40. The yellow line is EMA 9. So key indicators of BG trading strategies. So as you can see, bullish intersection level 1, followed by bullish intersection level 2 here, which is the candles crossing the yellow line and trading above. And then now it is in ascendant position. What do we have here? As you can see, we are looking into Heiken Nash candles, which are another indicators. But if you're looking at here, putting back on the candle chart, we have this sort of 14% distance between the SMA and the actual candle. Today, it is trading at $1.09 a share. What does that tell us? Tell us that the stock is right at the beginning of a FOMO area, which is not the best time to buy this stock, just because it is a little bit above from what we ideally would like to be buying out for, which is exactly around this level here, the level where the SMA, the red line is, which it is around literally 95 cents at the moment. So basically, if the stock falls to 95 cents, so that would be the perfect price to buy the stock. Be mindful, anyone buying above this 95 cents would be paying a little bit too much for this stock according to our strategy, guys. It is all about our strategy, not inventing anything. Now, if you buy now, for example, the problem buying now is your stop loss. If you're gonna put a stop loss of 15% to Wayne making 40%, 30% out of this trade, so we want to do 1 for 2 risk reward. The problem is doing this now is that your stop loss is actually a little bit too high for this type of stock, and can be a little bit tricky. So you gotta be mindful. If you're going to buy now, you need to put at least 20% stop loss. And for me, it gets a little bit risky because your risk reward reduces the ratio. We don't want that. So ideally, you want to buy here. Okay, you want to buy at this level exactly, which is currently 95 cents, and put a stop loss of 15%, would be way below, be 80 cents, which is very comfortable range for us to hold if the stock falls here. Now, will Hazer Group fall again? Will the stock fall? Potentially will fall to the red line here. Okay, as you can see, all the correction. Okay, but it's not guaranteed. It doesn't mean that you can't buy now. I'm just saying that if you buy now, you just gotta be mindful that you already paying 14% more than what we call technically fair price, which is buying around SMA or under for this bullish type of stock. Okay, so just be mindful of that. You can buy it. I really believe that there will be potentially another rally, and we could see prices coming all the way up to $1.50. But it's still we're seeing a little bit of correction last couple of days. Yeah. So this is my view on that. I'm bullish about this stock, to be honest. I'm bullish, and I'm looking at potentially entering in days if the SP falls around here again, $1 sort of thing. Because by the time it falls to $1, the red line will be raised to $1 as well. So when you're buying around the red line is according to our strategy, is exactly what you need to do. So we're gonna wait a little bit to buy this, and once it goes to the red line, then we buy it. If it doesn't, we just miss the boat. Just face nothing we can do it, but better to be protected than actually gambling into buy stocks at technically higher price. That's why we use this strategy. This is key element of strategy, knowing when to enter into a stock. And remember, a lot of the good and easy money is made by buying the stock at the right price. Okay, and buying the stock at the right price generally speaking will be under the red line. Our entries, the best entries that we ever made was buying the stocks. I mean, the quickest money that we ever made was buying the stock under the red line. Always, okay? And then, but the stock has to be bullish, so you maximize the opportunity, say, for instance. Guys, this is all my taking on Hazer Group. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm bullish about it. Hydrogen is interesting. I don't think there will be adoption for hydrogen for commercial cars, but for domestic cars, but commercial vehicles, big vehicles, and energy, industrial energy, that could definitely be a very good adoption out there. And as well as we did on provincial resources analysis, bullish about hydrogen. Guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. The whole idea when we designed BG Trading BGS 20 strategy was to use only a set number of indicators to make it simple and clear to understand and to be able to apply our KPIs very easily and very effectively. So you don't have to be any Wall Street smart person to be able to apply those strategies. We really hope this course will help you to make better decisions and make successful trades. See you in the course.